I'm either gonna have to jump from right here and land at a spot that's not so washed out, or I'm just gonna have to stop being bad.
I had a short stay in Rhode Island and I wanted to hit a local trail, which took a while to find, oddly enough.
Yeah, I guess I'm not going in the right direction.
But eventually I got to the Woody Hills area. And good thing today was a Tuesday since I didn't have any bright orange to wear. There is so much in this area, but I wanted to try Little Sister, which is a pro line trail. I never tried a unicycle, a pro line double black diamond before, but I figured I can try it and then just walk the things I didn't feel confident or comfortable with. After all, you gotta challenge yourself to improve. But this challenge warranted appropriate warm-ups with features along the way. We're at Little Sister, where all the YouTube videos that I've watched for mountain biking here have recorded. We did a little bit of sessioning on some other trails on the way here. Actually, all of the YouTube videos that I've watched on this trail were like gloomy and dark and a little bit wet, and now the sun came out. So if you've been watching YouTube videos around this trail for mountain biking, this might be a little bit different than what you're used to. Wait, did you catch that foreseeable issue here? Little Sister is 4 miles long, and it's packed with wildly difficult terrain. This is a public service announcement. If you're going to challenge yourself on a unicycle, on a trail you've never done, that's made for mountain bikes and beyond your skill level, don't ride one that's 4 miles long. Stick to the shorter ones, or just plan your day accordingly to be out on the trails for 8 to 10 hours.
Oh, look at that snake. I don't know if that's scary or not.
The first notable feature was his rocky line that was still a little slippery from the night before. That line feeds into this drop, which I decided was one of the features I would walk. You can take the steeper slope, which was pretty technical, but 100% chance of sliding out on this day. Or take the less steep line to the left, which requires control, as to not fall on this protruding rock. I decided not to take that risk today. This led into a mellower rock line into a small rock roll, which was in a sunnier area, so I figured it'd be drier and less slick, which was right, but it didn't prevent me from falling.
My ankle.
But this was only the beginning of Little Sister's beatdown.
I'm either gonna have to jump from right here and land at a spot that's not so washed out, or I'm just gonna have to stop being bad. Being bad it is.
Typical to Northeast terrain, there was yet another rock feature that I was excited about, but I was not excited about the potential for it being really slick.
Slippery.
Once I got a little more practice with sliding, the washed out transition started giving me trouble. On a bike, when you hit a rutted out transition, you have the risk of going over the bars, but more likely, if you lean back, you can just power and roll through it thanks to momentum and a wider base of support from your two wheels. However, you can't lean too far back on a unicycle since you'll lose balance. You can't generate as much speed and therefore not as much momentum, and a rut holding up your wheel from moving for even a short amount of time can cause you to be thrown from the unicycle thanks to an incredibly narrow base of support. Ruts and washouts are just things you need to be ready to anticipate on a unicycle.
As I'm going down, like sliding down, I'm just waiting to react to anything. It's either gonna buck me off or turn me sideways or keep me straight.
I ended up giving up, but immediately after, you guessed it, another rock slope.
Ooh. Wow! Ooh. Pedal bite. It's that crack down the middle. It's this thing. Looking down this way, at a certain point, you have to cross over this crack here. Otherwise, you go down and do that washed out landing and almost get impaled by that stick. And I am not in a place right now where I feel like I can do this.
I did have an option to add more, but I decided against it, obviously.
No.
I skipped everything else I came across aside from the small drop on another trail called Hobbit Juice. I needed to keep the rest of my energy just to make it back to the car. I think a good takeaway here is that challenging your skills is a great attitude to adopt so you can improve. However, doing too much too fast, like 4 miles of straight pro line, might leave you literally crawling to get off the trail. I think I'm too focused on what lines I'll hit when I get to certain sections of the trail that I don't plan big picture. How am I going to get there? How much food and water do I bring? How do I get back if I get trashed? With this experience in the last trip I took to New England where I just decided to leave a spare tube at home, I'll start planning the big picture stuff so I don't end up regretful or limping off the trail. I hope this video helped warn the stubborn recreationalist, like myself, to check the length of the trail before deciding on challenging themselves. I also hope this series of me crashing was entertaining, and please consider subscribing if you want more videos on mountain unicycling. Hopefully less videos of me getting thrashed, but it's almost a guarantee it'll happen again. Thanks for watching and good luck.